Next up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Ninja Turtles.
Mutant Mayhem. Guys, I've been looking forward to this for so long because the second I heard Seth Rogen was making and producing a Ninja Turtles movie, I was like, okay, because he, in my opinion, the most underrated producer in Hollywood. He has such a good knack for storytelling, and he grabs onto franchises now from behind the scenes and moves them in such good directions. And when I heard that the idea for this film was, let's cast teenagers as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and apparently the idea of the script is to focus more on like teenager stuff. It's like, oh, of course the super bad guy has this take. That's genius. And then we get this trailer where the animation is clearly inspired by Spider-Verse. And then you're telling me that my hero Jackie Chan is voicing Master Splinter. Mwah! Mwah, 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 mwah. Chef's kiss. I'm so happy about this. I'm looking so forward to this film. What about you guys? Are you guys big Ninja Turtles fans? Do you have much of a history with the Ninja Turtles? Jesse?
I watched the cartoon on Channel 10 when I was a kid in the mornings. I don't know if you ever watched it. Did you ever watch the cartoon, Matt? Or
I did a little bit, but I remember when it came, I was more of a Street Sharks guy. Street Sharks was a rip-off of Ninja Turtles. Time, I think. So you were like okay, because the 80s one was before my time, and then I started watching Street Sharks. I know afterwards there was another cartoon which I only watched a little bit of, but in between them there was also a live-action Ninja Turtles that was made by the people who make Power Rangers, and the fans apparently hate it. But I liked it as a kid.
Well, didn't Michael Bay have something to do with that one?
No. He did the movies, which I think was after it.
Oh, right.
But the show was produced by Saban, who did Power Rangers, and apparently they did a Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover. But it gets a lot of criticism because the main villain isn't Shredder. It's some guy called, I think, Dragon Lord or something. And there's a girl turtle, and that is apparently...
There was a Turtles movie that came out, I think it was around 2010, somewhere around there. It was like a cartoon.
Oh, yeah, the animated one. Yeah, that was after the live action show. Might have been, was it before the other cartoon? I can't remember.
And then they had the ones with Megan Fox after that, the live action ones.
Yeah, which were okay. They weren't great. But they were all right, I thought.
I'd say out of all the Turtles films that have come out in the past 20 years, this one looks the most promising in terms of quality. The animation suits it, like the animation suits the show, and the characters, and voice acting seems top notch. And yeah, it makes sense that it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They should be played by teenagers or young people, and
it makes sense that they're taking selfies and acting like kids because they are. It's funny, we've mentioned all these Ninja Turtles properties. We haven't even brought up like the original movies, which everybody loved, especially the first one. Oh my God. Adrienne, were you much of a Ninja Turtles kid growing up?
Yeah, I was. I always watched the cartoon with my cousins after school. I had a crush on Leonardo and I love Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
This one looks really good. It's the humor for me, like makes this one really feel like it's going to be amazing. The only thing I'm kind of off-put by maybe is the animation style, because it looks very intense for the eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very
there's a lot going on.
That was actually my favorite thing about the entire trailer, the animation style.
It is a choice. It is very unique. It's not like it's surprising. I think I'm trying to figure out what they're going for, because it does feel like it's not hand drawn, it's not painted, but they want you to think it is. So I'm wondering, is this like meant to be a throwback to the original comics it was based on? But the original comics were black and white. Oh my God, speaking of which, guys, do you know that the Ninja Turtles were created as a parody? And what of? Do you guys know the story?
No, I did not know this.
All right, so I'm going to tell you guys about why the Ninja Turtles exists. Okay. So the Ninja Turtles was created as a parody of, at the time, the creator thought that comics were getting way too edgy and violent and messed up, and they wanted to make fun of all that. And the Ninja Turtles was meant to be a parody of that. Like, look how dumb it is. They're turtles doing all this stuff, and they have swords that can cut people's heads off and stuff. But it's directly referencing, of all things, Daredevil. Now, so what's the evidence of this? Okay.
They're both on rooftops a lot.
That is true. That is true, but it gets deeper than that. So Daredevil fights a ninja clan called the Hand. The Ninja Turtles fight a ninja clan called the Foot. Daredevil is trained by a mentor named Stick. The Turtles are trained by a mentor named Splinter, which is where you'd probably get from a stick, you know? And there's all these other like parallels, so much that there's like, I don't know if it's actually covered in any comics, but they say that the ooze that affected the turtles and mutated them is the same chemical that got into Daredevil's eyes. And supposedly it happened at the same time. So while the accident happened that affected Daredevil, it also got these innocent turtles. So weirdly enough, if it wasn't for Daredevil, of all things, we probably wouldn't have the Ninja Turtles. And also, fun fact, their colors were all red originally. It wasn't until the cartoon adaptation they switched it up. And but look, this trailer, I do agree. The animation is kind of out there, but I think it's beautiful. It is a lot to take in, but I feel like if you pause it at any moment, it could be a wallpaper for your screen.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. I think the art style alone, just because it's different, this could be an Oscar nominated film.
Probably.
For animation category. Guys, before we go on, I just want to point out some, and I mean just some, of the amazing cast, because this is a great voices here. Seth Rogen as Bebop. It's not even his first time playing a warthog. Paul Rudd as Mondo Gecko. Jackie Chan as Master Splinter. Giancarlo
That's
Esposito.
so cool.
I'm so fucking happy about that. I'm so excited. Baxter Stockman, who was a villain in the cartoon, hasn't really been adapted, I think, much outside of that. He's going to be voiced by Giancarlo Esposito. We also got John Cena as Rocksteady. Ice Cube as Superfly. It looks like they're just throwing in every villain from the cartoon. Hannibal Buress is Genghis Frog, and Post Malone as Ray Fillion. So I'll be honest, I don't know who Ray Fillion is, but it's Post Malone in a Turtles movie. Okay. I'm just looking forward to seeing John Cena's chemistry with Seth Rogen, because that sounds like a dream.
It does.
I'm realizing here no Shredder is listed on IMDb. That is interesting. We'll see what happens with that.